When we build a machine learning classifier, our goal is to make the right decisions. Whether we are detecting fraud, diagnosing disease, or filtering spam, every prediction has consequences. While accuracy is a common metric, it often tells only a small part of the story. In this video, we will explore the complete toolkit for evaluating classification models. One of the biggest misconceptions is that models directly predict categories like spam or not spam. In reality, most classifiers estimate a probability. We then use a threshold to convert those probabilities into final decisions. The model provides the confidence, but we decide where to draw the line. Looking at the probability spectrum, we see that models generate a range of values between 0 and 1. Many predictions cluster near the extremes, but the cases in the middle represent uncertainty. This spectrum is valuable because it allows us to control how conservative or aggressive the classifier should be. Choosing a classification threshold is a critical business decision. A default of 0.5 is common, but you can tune this to be more cautious or more aggressive, depending on the costs of different mistakes. The model stays the same, but the decisions it makes change based on where we draw the line. Every prediction falls into one of 4 real-world outcomes. These include true positives and true negatives, which are correct, and false positives and false negatives, which represent errors. Understanding these 4 categories is the foundation for every metric we will discuss. The confusion matrix organizes these 4 outcomes into a single framework. It is essentially the report card for your model. It doesn't calculate performance itself, but it provides the raw counts needed to derive metrics like precision, recall, and accuracy. Accuracy measures the proportion of correct predictions. While useful, it can be dangerous with imbalanced data. A model that ignores rare events can still achieve high accuracy while remaining entirely useless. Always look beyond this simple metric when your data is skewed. Precision answers the question. When the model predicts positive, how much should we trust it? It is the ratio of true positives to all positive predictions. Use precision when your primary goal is to minimize false alarms, such as ensuring legitimate emails are not marked as spam. Recall, or the true positive rate, focuses on reality rather than predictions. It asks, of all the actual positive cases, how many did the model find? You should prioritize recall when missing a positive case, such as a serious medical diagnosis, has severe consequences. Precision and recall often exist in a tug-of-war. Increasing one frequently decreases the other because of how the classification threshold works. Tuning your model is ultimately an exercise in choosing your preferred flavor of error based on your specific business requirements. The F1 score combines precision and recall using the harmonic mean, which penalizes extreme imbalances and keeps your model honest. We also look at the false positive rate, which measures the proportion of negative cases incorrectly labeled as positive, which is critical for systems where false alarms are costly. The ROC curve allows us to zoom out and evaluate model performance across every possible threshold. By plotting the true positive rate against the false positive rate, we can visualize the model's ability to separate classes independently of a single operating point. The area under the curve, or AUC, summarizes the ROC curve into a single score. An AUC of 1.0 is perfect, while 0.5 represents random guessing. It measures the probability that the model will rank a randomly chosen positive example higher than a negative one, providing a powerful metric for comparing models. Selecting the right metric depends on your specific constraints and risks. Accuracy is for balanced data, while recall is vital for avoiding missed threats. Precision is key for reducing false alarms. By aligning your choice of metric with your business goals, you ensure your model makes the right impact. We have covered a full journey, from probabilities to thresholds, confusion matrices, and the metrics that guide our choices. Remember that these are all connected tools for solving real-world problems. By understanding this framework, you can evaluate any classification model with confidence. Ultimately, machine learning evaluation isn't just about the highest number. It's about choosing the metric that best reflects the real-world consequences of your decisions. A well-evaluated model is one that reliably supports the outcomes you aim to achieve, providing a solid foundation for every project you undertake.